Nothing better than an angry armored dwarf for starting my journey into Mythic Legions. I've been curious about these 112 scale action figures for a long time, so I finally decided to purchase a few of them. Best option will be, of course, to purchase these figures as pre-orders or during conventions, but I did sadly arrive too late for the former and there are no such events nearby me. So let's start with this angry dwarf. Okay, let's see what we have here. So the package was a bit damaged because of the carrier. I'm not going to sell it anyway, so this will be my own action figure, so this is not a problem. And inside you can see that the figure is very firmly held. And we have a bag with the weapons and the horns, one shield, and then inside the plastic box you can see finally the dwarf and his big hammer, and the hammer is as big as the dwarf himself. As you can see, the dwarf is an army builder. It is plain grey. The helm and some of the decorations on the bird are golden, but you see it is a flat grey, something that is expected for you to be painting, or because of how Mythic Legions are assembled, you can also customize. That is, you can disassemble the figure, reassemble with different pieces from other figures, and create your own creation. And then of course you will be also be adding the painting, and what I will be trying to do is to actually provide some agile light, because it is already base metal grey and is already shiny, as you can see. So what I will try to provide some kind of agile lighting, having the balls actually shine, and then add also some kind of darkening for the recesses within the armor pieces. And probably also try to give some depth to those gold decorations and the many other decorations that we have, like the belt, for example. Articulations is quite limited, but it is mostly because of how these figures are designed, and you can see there are a lot of armor skirts and plates that may hinder the articulation. That is not a problem. Most of these are soft plastic in the place of the legs, and even the pauldron are quite easy to move around. You can actually do a T-pose without using a pauldron if you so decide, but actually I like the pauldron. And those sockets for the horns, you can actually plug whatever horns because you find in any figures, because they are compatible. And the plastic mold is not perfect. As you can see, there was this kind of ridge that actually made it difficult for me to plug this into the hole, so I had to clean the excess plastic from that. Going back to the hammer, you can see that it's quite large and it is very firmly put into the plastic. So with some effort we are able to extract it, and there are two pieces. One is the main piece that you can see here, and then you also can plug this additional piece. Of course, if you had the similar flat side of the hammer, you can create a real two sides hammer. Here in specifically I was just trying what was the correct position. Apparently you have to plug this in the opposite direction, so pointing towards the bottom of the hammer. But anyway, I'm pretty happy for the result. It is flat gold, but still very nicely done. I believe that I will put some decorations there. Then there is also an axe and a shield, and you can see again we have this golden flat that is screaming for being highlighted or darkened or decorated. If you put everything together, you will see that the dwarf is actually cool. It is a stereotypical dwarf, if you want. It's something that you can pose in different angry or different things. In my situations, my idea is to also add some kind of equipment, you know, some bags and pouches and whatever makes more or an adventurer instead of a plain warrior. And you see that barehanded or with shield and axe it's an impressive figure. I like it a lot. There are a lot of details screaming for painting, and yes, you have to put your work. Maybe if you buy these after the initial release, you are going to pay a lot for a figure that is pretty much flat. But anyway, if you are interested, I believe that it makes perfectly sense for you to try yourself into making this something better. And I'm quite undecided about the the two-handed hammer and the shielded axe. They are both great, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to purchase another dwarf in the meanwhile. But for now I will start with these because I want to practice my painting skill that are not that great. So for me this is not just a moment for creating the best figure ever, it is a moment also for practicing my skill, and this is why the video is titled like this. Yep, I'm very undecided about how to actually pose and how to equip my dwarf. I'm sure that it will be super cool. But going back to the conclusions, yes, there are a lot of details if you are a customizer or if you like painting, where you can express yourself. For me it is more of an exercise, a quite expensive exercise if I have to say, but maybe it will be nice to also try myself into this kind of figures, and then we will see what will happen. In the meanwhile, I thank you for watching this video, and I maybe invite you to leave a like. See you next time.